rise and shine, ye mighty people. So I'm back once again with another video topic. And let's just get into it. But before we get into it, wait a minute, because I know y'all be like, why can't you just get straight to the point? Listen, my videos are informal. I spend a lot of time doing formal presentations to the point where I'm just like, you know what? Let's just get back, just chill, just relax. We don't always have to be straight to the point all the freaking time or formal all the time. Like, sometimes I just like to be chilling, you know what I'm saying? I just got me some mango from Guatemala. I'm going to eat here while you guys come into the room. And we're going to have a conversation. We're going to go ahead and just get into it and talk. I feel like this video is going to get pretty steamy. It's going to get pretty steamy. Yes. But most of my videos are pretty steamy though, right? They're made for mature audiences. So if you guys are under 18, sorry, this video is not for you. I am in a different spot in my place too. Sitting in front of the wonderful Osiris and Isis. Channeling these beautiful Egyptian gods. It's gonna get, oh yes, it's gonna get freaking hot up in here. I already got my AC cranked up. Yeah, I got these fruit yesterday from this vendor over here in Upper East Side. And I saw it, I had to stop. I saw these mangoes just sitting there. They was calling my name. I was like, oh yes. And this is breakfast for me, you guys. I have not eaten yet. So I am breaking my fast as we speak. Oh yes. Someone hit me up on my YouTube channel and asked me if I was looking for a video editor. They offered to edit my videos. This thing is juicy. So if you are watching this, if you want to edit my videos, actually these videos that I make are not going to be edited. Probably will never be edited because I just like the rawness of it, uncut and unfiltered. But you guys know I am a writer, filmmaker, so I would like to find a team of people, to bring on a team of people. Editor is very important to that team. So, yes, it's good. So I'm going to give y'all a little tip. The fruit sold by vendors on the street, it's actually way better than in a grocery store on any day of the week. It's like they go to the farm or wherever and pick it themselves. We're going to the grocery store, to the market, and looking at the fruit there. I'm like, this John don't even look healthy. Yes. Alright, I'm gonna not be too rude and go ahead and get into this video. But I can't help it, y'all. I'm breaking my fast this morning. This is my first meal of the day. Just got out the shower. I slept so good last night. Oh my gosh. And I don't care about being messy. I'm from Florida too, so my dad used to get mangoes all the time. It's one of my favorite fruit. Yes, baby, yes, 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 yes. I evaluated a kid with autism, and one of his favorite hobbies is listening to ASMR. Videos. What is it about listening to people, the sound of people eat, that people like? Yesterday I went to get a pedicure. Oh, I didn't tell you guys about my full body massage I got yesterday. After I got my pedicure, and I found a place on, was it York Avenue? York Avenue is just like one avenue over from where I live in Upper East Side. That place was packed. I'm like, are y'all always like this? But I didn't have to wait, thank God. I was just able to walk straight on in there and sit down and get my feet done. My feet, yo, those motherfuckers, dogs was barking. Cause I hadn't got my feet done since I was in LA. Since I moved here from LA. So it was a relief. And they scrubbed them too. And then I went and got a full body massage. It seemed like a lot of places were booked. I'm like, can I freaking get a body rub? Every place was like, oh, you can come back at 5. I'm like, no, I want to get it now. But I did find a place on a third attempt. Third place I called. And she was like, it was like, come through. And I went through that bitch. And it did go alright. I feel like after I got the massage, I felt relieved, but my body felt sore. I'm like, am I supposed to feel sore? But it's a good sore. It's like a good workout kind of sore. The way she was going deep into my tissues and like relieving the tension, which is usually like all over my back and my shoulders and my arms and my body just felt so good. Oh my God. I knew the way she massaged me, I knew I was going to sleep good last night. And I did. I slept so good. It brought my mom and dad back together in my dream. I was with my mom, and she called my dad, and he was like, hey, what he said? He was like, hey, darling. It was so funny. He said that to me, too. He was like, hey, darling. And I'm like, Mom, you better go. You better get. My mom like me. Or I'm like my mom. My mom's like, I got stuck up. making my dad try to bow down to her. That's a lot of black women. Just so bougie, just like. I'm like, give my dad a break, man. I be feeling bad for black men sometimes. Black women be putting black men through the ringer. That question is very inappropriate. This motherfucker say, do women's full body massage come with a happy ending option? Men's full body massage don't even come with a happy ending option. It only comes with an option if you go to a hood massage place. I went to a professional. When you go to a professional place, no happy ending. Alright. Speaking of ending, let me go ahead and wrap this thing up here. Now I have mango all between my teeth. But oh well. Oh well. Oh, something got on my... I think that's disgusting, honestly. Ew. Just the thought of a happy ending. Ew. Some random person ejaculating. No, when you go to professional places, like, they won't do that. That's disgusting. Why would they do that? Ew. It's disrespectful to them, to their clients. Like, no. Ooh, alright. I feel good now. Alright, let's go ahead and get into this video. So, I've been thinking, I should get some floss. I've been thinking though, you guys, like, of course I've been getting a lot of video requests for me to do Cuckold. Just like, y'all are, and it's really white men that we want me to talk about this topic. Cuckold, talk about Cuckold. I'm just like, that is like the most requested video topic that I get. When we talk about Cuckold, like, aren't y'all cuckold out? This video topic did not come at the request from anyone. It's just something that I wanted to talk to you guys about after some reflection on this topic, because, yeah, it's starting to make sense. It's starting to come together. And I know I did a video, like, I think my very first video actually broke down the psychology of the cuckold lifestyle and why white men are attracted to this lifestyle, to this activity, to this dynamic. And I talked about, like, early childhood experiences and just early life experiences, things that they may have encountered with women who have, you know, subjugated them, made them feel like inferior, who have cheated on them. These women who may have loved them dearly, right? They were intensely involved in a relationship with. And that's the thing about our psychology. Like, it can get pretty tricky when feelings get involved, right? And you feel like a person loves you. And this person does something to you adversely, right? That you experience an adverse experience with this person. whether it's cheating, whether it's abuse, it doesn't matter. Sometimes it's hard to kind of differentiate between the good things that person did for you and the way that it made you feel, and the bad things that they did towards you and the way it made you feel. And it becomes like this one big conglomerate experience, consolidated experience, and how you relate to that person, right? And how that person made you feel. And so they seek later on in life, after that bad experience, they seek relationships that kind of help them meet that void. It gets pretty deep, you guys. I've done therapy with clients who have suffered abuse in relationships, right? Domestic violence. The life has been threatened. And yet they still are seeking a relationship that is a reflection that mimics that kind of relationship where they suffered abuse. It's like as if a person isn't intensely involved with them, right? I mean intense, I mean like stalking them, controlling every aspect of their move. It's like they're not turned on. They don't feel love. And that's sad, because that experience, right? That intense experience of that relationship that was abusive, that was so toxic, it kind of set the template to the point where it's difficult for anyone to match that experience, right? It's difficult when it's like your threshold of excitement, right, has reached such a high level where any other relationship, any other figure that tries to come into your life to show any kind of form of love, right, it's going to be difficult for that person to measure up. When your threshold for excitement in a relationship, and excitement can be good or bad, right? But unfortunately in their relationships, their past relationships, it was bad. I mean, the toxicity, the dramatism, like, it was so much happening in that previous relationship where, yeah, it was fun. People wonder, why do people stay in bad relationships? Because the shit is fucking exciting. Like, who wants to wake up every day and do the same mundane things, boring ass shit every single day? People like excitement. Even if it causes them harm. Emotionally, physically. And so a person could be dating like a person who, was a stalker, controlling, physically abusive, verbally abusive. And it sets this template, this internal working model in their mind for what love looks like, because it made them feel a certain way. Even though they may have felt bad, there are many times where they felt good. They were stimulated. They were stimulated by this interaction. Volatile. And it created memories that they took with them along the way. Eventually they left the relationship because, it got to the point where it was too threatening, right? Too life-threatening, too damaging to their survival. So they had to leave. But it was a difficult choice. It's not easy, right? It's not easy pulling away from a toxic relationship. Because it shapes your identity. It shapes every aspect of your being. They pulled away, and then they haven't been able to find anyone that made them feel the way that abuser made them feel. They're just seeking it, right? So I talked about that as an example for how and why white men are attracted to the lifestyle of cuckold, right? That to the point where they want to feel appreciated, they want to feel important, but at the same time, through that level of importance, right? Like through being mistreated I think people do feel a sense of importance. Even though you're mistreated, it sounds kind of backwards, but even though you're being dogged out, even though a person is cheating on you, you still get some satisfaction from it. You still get attention, because when a person cheats or does you wrong in a relationship, what comes after that? The love bombing, the apologizing. You get so much attention after you've been cheated on. So that level of conditioning, I mean, it's sick, it's unfortunate, but that level of conditioning is what solidifies that relationship even more. It's what makes you stay. It's what makes you fall deeper in love. Because it's so intense. Your emotions are up here. It's intense. Not only your emotions are up there, but the other person's emotions are up there. And it's like we tend to gravitate towards people who express the same degree of emotional reactivity in situations. We are attracted to that because it's like a mirror reflection of us. People talk about being overly dramatic, highly reactive to situations. But then you attract people like that. And if anything, you're turned off by someone who isn't that same way. You're like, what's wrong with you? Why are you so calm? Why are you not saying nothing? You're looking for a reaction in situations. You lose interest in a person. You're just like, not my type. You're not the same. Until that one person does come in your life who reminds you of that previous partner. So I talked about that in my very first video on Cuckold in so many words, as maybe a motivating reason why white men are attracted to the lifestyle based on their prior experiences, right? It's like, what could make a man want to subject himself to that kind of world where his woman, his wife, is going out and sleeping with other men? What would make, or women, but more so men, right? What can make a man say, okay, I'll still love you despite you sleeping with other men, despite other men coming in between your legs, pleasuring you? And then even beyond that, you have white men take pleasure in taking the semen, the ejaculation from that encounter of their wife sleeping with a black bull that's brought into their relationship. They take pleasure in the happy ending and taking it all in. It's like, that's the pinnacle of the experiences. That's the moment they are waiting for. And after I had some reflection on this, I thought about this, right? And it began to make sense. It's like, okay, I'm getting so many requests. White men want me to talk about it. I've talked about it already numerous times. I have a whole playlist on YouTube entitled Cuckold. Video after video. At some point, it should get played out. I mean, what more else is there to talk about? And then one of my most recent videos, I was reading off an email that I received from a guy who talked about his situation, and he was just lying. Like his whole story, I felt like it was just bullshit. Parts of it was true, parts of it was just bullshit. It's like, oh, I get pleasure from seeing my wife pleased by another man. I get pleasure. It makes me happy to see her happy. And then he said, a baby came, right? It wasn't his baby. It was his wife and the bull's baby. And then she got upset. She was ashamed. Her family was judging her. She felt bad. All these negative emotions that she was feeling. Oh, it made me feel so bad. Oh, you felt bad. You felt guilty, right? Because it wasn't so much about her. It made me wonder, like, was she really getting gratification? Possibly sexual gratification. But is it really about her? Because these men claim, right? Oh, I'm doing it for my wife. It's all about her satisfaction. It's all about her satisfaction. And they're saying that they get like secondary pleasure, vicarious pleasure from seeing their wife get fucked by a black bull. And then I'm like, ha. Yeah, fucking right. Yeah, fucking right. It's like a person living vicariously through another person. People do it all the time. Parents live vicariously through their children. Because they ass couldn't go out and live a magnificent life. So they do it through their children. Same thing. These white men are living vicariously through their wives. They really want to fuck the black bull. That's the reason why they become cuckolds. Be honest. I think there's nothing more attractive than a person just living their truth. Walking in it. Speak your truth. Why be ashamed? If you're a white man and you really have a fantasy of wanting to be fucked by a black man, just say it. But you hide. You hide behind the veil. Oh, I want to see my wife satisfied. Now, if I'm wrong, say I'm wrong. Comment below, men. It's cuckold men. But they want, it's like the back door. It's like the back door to homosexuality. Interracial homosexuality. It's the back door. Instead of coming right out, going through the front door and be like, you know, this is who I am. I'm a homosexual white male or bisexual white male who fantasizes about being fucked by a black man. They hide. So many people hide. Let's not front and act like people do not hide behind the veil of pretending to be heterosexual. They do, because what our society, religion says, oh, it's a sin, it's wrong. Sodom and Gomorrah is wrong to do that. So they go out and they marry women, and then later on in life, when they start feeling themselves, right, they feel a little bit confident, stepping away from the imposition of the belief system of society and parental upbringing and your church, what other major social influences that played a role in shaping their perspective on sexuality. When they mature from that, they get older, they start to feel themselves a little bit, feeling a little bit confident, feeling secure enough to kind of take one step out there and explore, but yet still 1 foot in a safe spot in a relationship with the woman, right? You don't want to go all the way out there. It's like, whoa, that's too much, right? Now, 1 foot in, 1 foot out the door. course, there are movements that help support their exploration. MGTOW. Yeah. Men going their own way. The manosphere. And y'all have every right to do what you do. This video is not to say, oh, why are men going their own way? Listen, I already made a video on that. It makes sense. Do you. You don't have to explain anything to anyone. Be yourself. I respect men. I have more respect, actually, for men and women who rest in their identity, who stand tall with dignity in their identity. Just be yourself. Especially at this day and age. Come on. I'm not talking about teenagers here. We are adults. Anyone watching this video is an adult. Okay? No kids watch my videos. Because my videos do not appeal to little children. So we are all adults here. That's what you want to do you. But it does get confusing. It's like, as a woman, speaking from a woman's perspective, right? It becomes confusing when these men try to play the role of an alpha male. I'm straight. I like women. But it comes out, you really don't. You're not an alpha male. You don't care about nurturing and protecting women. What you care about is having your needs met. And there's nothing wrong with that. But be that. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you wearing a double face? Be that. Be that man. Because it's going to show anyway. Your true self, who you really are, it's coming out. Some men, it comes out in their 30s, late 30s, 40s, sometimes not even till their 50s. It's like, damn, you live a whole life faking it? Come on. I'm about sexual freedom. Be yourself, yo. I cannot emphasize that enough. There are a lot of support groups out there for you to just be. Places for you to feel accepted. Are you looking for acceptance? Maybe. Who isn't, right? I guess that's a natural, innate desire of human beings to be accepted. In all aspects, right? Maybe you are accepted as a white man by your own community. But when you begin to really show who you are, your other identity, sexual identity, then you're not accepted, you're rejected. So you got to play the fence. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Yeah, I said it is confusing as a woman to interact with men like that, because they don't know. They don't know who the fuck they are, what they want. It's clear, and I get it. Identity is a very fluid construct. It changes. It's malleable, right? It doesn't stay the same. You develop your identity over time, and it's constantly changing. And sometimes that's why people don't know who the fuck they is. You don't know who the fuck you are. It's like, who are you? You don't know, because it's constantly changing. He says some want that, but not ready. What comes with it, especially the negativity. That should be exciting. Just to deal with the negativity. Like, deal with people projecting. Because you have to think about when you're faced with opposition. I think the initial visceral reaction is to react, right? To become triggered and upset. And probably feel threatened to a certain extent. When people, especially if they're doing it publicly, right? You take to social media and they call your name out. I'm like, oh, look at this person. What they're doing. You feel threatened. It makes sense. So you retreat and you hide and you choose not to come out publicly. you know. Let's say it's not on social media. Let's just say it's within your own circle of family and friends. You don't want to deal with the judgment, hearing what people got to say. Family got to say. They say family is frequency. I'm a very firm believer of that, you know. Family is free. People who vibrate on the same level as you. We're all on different frequencies, right? We're all vibrating at different levels. Because we're different people. We think differently. We behave differently. But the thing about dealing with opposition is that you first have to know it's not about you. It's really about them. People oppose you for whatever reason in life. Got shit to do with you. How they respond to something different than who they are is about them. It's not about you. You're just a stimulus that is triggering their response. But that's how they respond in general to things that are different than them. So it says more about them than it does about you when they oppose you. Can't take it personal. Often though, we do take it personal. Very personal. No, sit back and chill. That's like psychology 101, especially with doing therapy, you know. Doing therapy, you're dealing with people. I'm dealing with people all day, every day. It's not about me. You know. Can be partially about me. But the bigger picture, right? You know, it's partially. But the bigger thing is really not about you. So, what do you guys think? I mean, yes, I do think that white men just want to get them some. And they do it through their wives and as a backdoor approach to having sex with these men. They hide. Like so many men, yo. So many men, black, white, Puerto Rican, Latino, all kind of men, Indian, Chinese, they be hiding behind marriage. That's why people wonder, oh, why are you single? Sometimes it's better just to be single. You can just sit back and just observe shit. People think that marriage is all peaches and cream. That's the gold standard to relationships, is getting married. And it's just like, yo, so many people are suffering in marriages. They're not happy. People living fake ass lives, pretending. Meanwhile, people living double lives behind your back, doing something totally different. It's a whole community on that shit. Where these married men just out there mingling. They out there having fun doing them. Meanwhile, got a whole wife at home. I mean, not to mention his name, but Derek Jackson, you know? It's like, he's just an example. People attacking him. Don't attack him. It's just a representation of what's really happening on a large scale. I want you guys to leave your comments below. Let me know what you think. I'll catch you guys later.